You are now in tune with Broadband Bullies.
Yeah, Steph. Yeah. Hey, niggas quick to interject with disrespect. Won't compromise my intellect. Better watch your tone when they calls, get your shit collect. I've been on my home while you slave for your architect. Deaf a masterpiece, I do art with the tech. Niggas need rest, go to sleep, get your pillow fluff. Your bitch like a dinner stuff, she begging me to fill her up. I'm from the south, ain't no healing us. Feet planted, ain't no pillaging us. I know niggas, they hate allergies. Quicker wipe a nose, your lights off, your store closed. Big stepper, you can see the sign. Fuck a horoscope, the pen mighty, but I keep the sword close. And Lord knows my torso is equal. That's God body. Kill rappers, hide the body. Bust your block like karate. This is just a fucking hobby, so I did it pro bono for promo. That's some shit you don't know. You should see the shit I'm mad enough when Click got you mad as fuck. I never knew a love like this. I never knew a love like this. I never knew a love like this. Hey, look at all this love I get. I never knew a plug like this. I never knew a plug like this. Yeah, I never knew a plug like this. Into the internet, into the internet.
Yeah, I'm from the land of the kings. Fur coats and golden rings. Where they sold drugs for better means. Coke, crack, weed, amphetamines. Well, loyalty was based on how long you fed your team. Hustle from the morning to the sundown. Fake smiles, watch them shadows when that sun down. Plant a seed, watch it grow, man, these streets wild. Or get buried in the earth when that sun round. They tried to count me out, but I made it through. A lot of casualties on the way, yeah, we cried enough. This is the side of us, we hide silently on the side and hush. Two sides I'm struck, emotions versus your pride and lust. Either side will get you tatted, pup, and too much cheese to get you ratted up. Still I stuck to the cake and watch it battered up. A couple smart choices, put them ladders up. Be careful, them same ladders can work against you. Especially if the work's official. No matter how much bread you fed these niggas, it's the difference between working for you and working with you. And even still, they'll come and get you. Dirty game from this window pane. See niggas get locked up for less, I'll never see again. That's why I took those trips to see my main, so he'll never know those feelings again.
I never knew a love like this. I never knew a love like this. I never knew a love like this. Hey, look at all this love I get. I never knew a plug like this. I never knew a plug like this. Yeah, I never knew a plug like this. Into the internet, into the internet.
You are now in tune with Broadband Bullies.
Yeah, Steph. Yeah. Hey, niggas quick to interject with disrespect. Won't compromise my intellect. Better watch your tone when they calls, get your shit collect. I've been on my home while you slave for your architect. Deaf a masterpiece, I do art with the tech. Niggas need rest, go to sleep, get your pillow fluff. Your bitch like a dinner stuff, she begging me to fill her up. I'm from the south, ain't no healing us. Feet planted, ain't no pillaging us. I know niggas, they hate allergies. Quicker wipe a nose, your lights off, your store closed. Big stepper, you can see the sign. Fuck a horoscope, the pen mighty, but I keep the sword close. And Lord knows my torso is equal. That's God body. Kill rappers, hide the body. Bust your block like karate. This is just a fucking hobby, so I did it pro bono for promo. That's some shit you don't know. You should see the shit I'm mad enough when Click got you mad as fuck. I never knew a love like this. I never knew a love like this. I never knew a love like this. Hey, look at all this love I get. I never knew a plug like this. I never knew a plug like this. Yeah, I never knew a plug like this. Into the internet, into the internet.
Yeah, I'm from the land of the kings. Fur coats and golden rings. Where they sold drugs for better means. Coke, crack, weed, amphetamines. Well, loyalty was based on how long you fed your team. Hustle from the morning to the sundown. Fake smiles, watch them shadows when that sun down. Plant a seed, watch it grow, man, these streets wild. Or get buried in the earth when that sun round. They tried to count me out, but I made it through. A lot of casualties on the way, yeah, we cried enough. This is the side of us, we hide silently on the side and hush. two sides I'm struck. Emotions versus your pride and lust. Either side will get you tatted up, and too much cheese to get you ratted up. Still I stuck to the cake and watch it battered up. A couple smart choices, put them ladders up. Be careful, them same ladders can work against you, especially if the work's official. No matter how much bread you fed these niggas, it's the difference between working for you and working with you. And even still, they'll come and get you. Dirty game from this window pane. See niggas get locked up for less, I don't never see again. That's why I took those trips to see my main, so he'll never know those feelings again.
I never knew a love like this. I never knew a love like this. I never knew a love like this. Hey, look at all this love I get. I never knew a plug like this. I never knew a plug like this. Yeah, I never knew a plug like this. Into the internet, into the internet.
Cause y'all could have been anywhere. You could have been anywhere, but you showed up to my show and to my platform. And for that, I appreciate you. Let me turn on this camera. Let y'all see. I thank you and I appreciate y'all. We have a lot to talk about today. My volume is low. Let me know if my volume is low. Let me know if my volume is low. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if my volume is low. New song. Oh, the music was low? Okay, the music was low. Let me know. Let me, is my mic low? Could y'all leave my door alone? In the front. All right, let me know if my mic is low. Let me know if my mic is low. I can't talk on a low mic, okay? Let me know if my mic is low. Am I loud and clear? Okay, so I'm loud and clear. You guys can hear me. Okay, you guys say if the music was low, I do apologize for that. I will fix that next time. But I had to kind of rush and do this here. Look, I don't even know where to start. It's been a Game Pass morning. I woke up. I had a Game Pass meal. I brushed my teeth with the Game Pass toothpaste. You feel me? I put on my Game Pass hoodie and sweater outfit. I drove my Game Pass car to my daughter's Game Pass school because she about to get ready and get her Game Pass certificate for graduating, okay? And so I did that all this on this glorious Game Pass morning, and it's about Game Pass 01 right now. So this is what we're doing. Before I get started, y'all know I'm about to act the fool. Let me shout out you beautiful people that showed up in the chat, brother. Let me shout y'all out, okay? Let me show. I'm gonna close this thing out because this is that is kind of moving kind of weird and slow. And let me bring this up. Let me make this bigger, okay? Let me look at the chat here. Who we got in the chat? We got, who else? But who else? 22. We got Dark Stalker 4. Shout out to you. C-Tech, Child of God. Shout out to Master Seal 40 with the $2. Game over. Game Pass, okay? We got Max City Entertainment, my brother from another mother, one of the true Xbox in this community. If you don't know him, you need to, because he is a 100% pure Xbox. We got Bam, Tom Power 21. We got, let me see here, let me make this bigger. Let me widen this up, because I look like I'm reaching over here. Okay. All right, so we got Sheriff, we got Warhammer 62. We got NZO, we got Knife Star Gaming, we got Isaiah YT, we got Cloud Ashmore, we got JD was good, we got Adam Williams, we got Witness the Truth. Shout out to Playtronics with the $5. Valium Perfecto, thank you, brother. We got Styles, and we got I call Bria because I don't know how to pronounce his own name. And then we got Champion Edition. I know you guys could have been anywhere else, but you showed up to my platform. So Game Pass bless you this morning, okay? We're going to Game Pass bless you. So I got to put this on the screen. Let me move this to the side. Let me get into the corner right here. Okay, so we're gonna put this on the screen. This is big news. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say with this. What are we? I don't. I am speechless right now. Now, shout out. I can't remember the guy on Twitter, but a guy made a tweet on Twitter last year. I think it was either last year or earlier in this year. No, it was last year. It was late last year, and he was saying that how Microsoft was going to make another big acquisition that was going to shake the industry, that was going to be game changing. He didn't state who that acquisition was, and I think primarily we all thought it was going to be either we was thinking into Take-Two, Ubisoft. We thought it might be Square Enix. We thought it might be WB Games. And for the life of me, no one that I knew or that I know thought that it would be Activision Blizzard. But here we are on this glorious morning. On this glorious morning. Let me get this over here. Let me move that over there. And can I do this to fit the screen? Okay. And then let me do that stretch to fit the screen. I don't want to do that. That looks so petty. Please bear with me because I'm okay. Look, I just stretched that shit out. Okay. Look, as long as y'all can see, I'm pretty much, y'all already seen it. Oh, man. I got so much I want to talk about. I don't even know where to start. I really don't know where to start. Look, who has that? Okay, that's popping up right there. Okay. Oh, thank you, AP. Thank you, AP, my brother AP with the $4.99. I'll read your super chat in a minute, brother. But let me just get into this a bit. All right. So we wake up to this news: Microsoft to acquire Activision Blizzard for $68.7 billion. That's not million. That's not 1,000. That is 68.7 billion, people. You know what I can do with 68.7 billion? You know what we all can do with 68 points? To have that type of cash on hand. You know, when we go to the store, either we flexing with a credit card or a debit card. If it's females around, we might put out a wall of cash. We might have a couple hundred or something like that. But Microsoft, they put out a whole motherfucking vote on a nigga. This is beyond me. Look, Nadalia says the deal will play a key role in the development of metaverse platforms. Now, what do you mean by that and the future of metaverse in terms of how Microsoft see it or how Xbox see it? We have yet to see that. They have yet to speak on it. We don't know if they're going to get into this whole NFT thing or what. But I think this is a huge acquisition for Microsoft. What I want to start off with, I want to go back to the past of the OG Xbox in 360. And I want you all to remember the days of the power structure that was in place. Remember the rumors was going on back then about how the board of Microsoft didn't have faith in Xbox, and at some point they was thinking of selling it off. Think about Nadalia when he first took over from Microsoft, and he went around to all of his departments and he asked each department, what benefit are you to Microsoft? Why, pretty much, why should you be here? What benefit are you to our company? Remember the conversation when Phil was saying that how pretty much everybody from the Xbox business was gone, and he was pretty much the only one left, him and a few other people. All right, just think about Nadalia not being a gamer, not knowing what the game industry was, and think about Nadalia, the story that I think y'all don't know about the story, but Tim Dog told me a story about being at an E3 one year and being in the same room as Phil Spencer and Nadalia, and they was asking them questions about gaming and things like that. And Nadalia didn't know anything about gaming. You know, he stated that Nadalia had more wanted to push what damn, I forgot the streaming platform, Mixer. He said Nadalia had more energy for Mixer than he did Xbox, right? And that Nadalia thought Mixer was the big thing to invest in. This is what Tim Dog is telling me. And when Tim Dog was explaining this, he was like, he couldn't believe it. That and look, Mixer is no longer at Microsoft, but Xbox is. So look at the turnaround from the time that he came in to Phil pitching him Xbox, because Phil had to pitch Xbox to him in terms of what benefit gaming can be to Microsoft platforms such as Azure and stuff like that. Phil came up with Game Pass and cloud gaming, right? Because those things correlates to what they're doing. Their big money getter, which is Azure, right? Look where we at now, right? Look where we at now. You come in, you announce 7 purchases of 7 studios, right? Then you announce 2 more purchases after that. Then you buy Bethesda. Now you're buying Activision. Nadalia come out as a CEO of Microsoft and states that he and the company of Microsoft is behind Xbox wholeheartedly. Okay? I don't think people understood the impact of that, because if you look in the past, in the past of previous power structures at Microsoft, there were people in place at Microsoft that didn't like Xbox, that didn't want Xbox a part of Microsoft, that thought Xbox being a part of Microsoft was just bleeding money, right? You had people that was just strictly Windows, right? And you go back to 2014, 2015, when Microsoft go under restructure. They restructured their organization, right? They moved Xbox into the Windows and device division. Well, who headed up the Windows division? I'm sorry. I can't recall his name right now, but it's the name. I'll think of his name in a minute. But it was headed up by a guy that didn't like Xbox. It was 100% with Windows. So what happened under the Windows in the device division? Well, the budget got cut. Games got canceled. Right? A lot of games. I spoke with somebody else. I had a conversation behind the scene with somebody else that told me that there were so many games that got canceled that the Xbox community wouldn't believe. People would have been more pissed about the number of games that got canceled than being pissed at the other game that people cry about with the dragon. My mind eludes me right now. I can't think, because I'm still trying to process the things that went on today. And so Phil gets a seat at the table. Game Pass is when Game Pass got announced, the rate at which the subscribers start to accumulate was at an astronomical rate. 5, 10 million, 15 million, 18 million. And now they're at 25 million subscribers today. Then you add Activision in the mix with Bethesda, right? Just think of where they're going with this. They're pretty much cornered the FPS market outside of Fortnite, Destiny. And just think if this was a year or so ago, they'll have Bungie too. Well, they probably... No, I don't think Bungie was under Activision. I think they did a 10-year deal with it. I don't think they was a par. I think that was a contractual obligation in terms of a 10-year contract deal for content. But if Bungie wouldn't have wiggled out of that 10-year contract, then, in some aspect, they'll be back together as well. So you have Fortnite... what is the other one that Rose like playing? You have Fortnite. You have Destiny, and then what is the Apex Legend? Outside of that, Microsoft really got the FPS market, right? They already cornered the wrestler and RPG market, right? Right? They have some of the biggest IPs in gaming right now, and a lot of them print money. World of Warcraft print money, right? Elder Scrolls Online prints money. Minecraft prints money. Overwatch prints money. These are huge, huge IPs that'll give them a nice return on their investment. But the return on their investment is not the issue. I'm not worried. You know, I was in a space today. Shout out to Neo Sparks Gaming, man. Shout out to him, man. I hopped in his space and there was a lot of people in there, Aaron Greenberg and everything. And he allowed me to close out his space with the giving the last opinion on this huge news today. And it was one guy in there that was saying, you know, where the games at, and we still don't have no games, and how is Microsoft going to make their money back? I'm not worried about how Microsoft is going to make their money back. Microsoft is not worried about how they're going to make their money back right now. This is a long-term investment, right? This is a long-term investment. And what's going to happen is Game Pass is going to allow them to make their money back, because you're at 25 million subscribers right now. Call of Duty, all the Call of Duty content being in Game Pass day and date, past, present, and future content being there day and date, should take those subscribers numbers to about 40 or 50 million maybe, right? So you got residual income coming in on a monthly basis that will help subsidize not only the cost of the game, the cost of the hardware, and then quickly help you get your money back on what you just spent. But you're not worried about that now. You know that money is going to take care of itself over the long term. You're not thinking about making that money back immediately, okay? I did say immediately. Now, this is freaking... What is that noise? Hold on, give me just a second here. Okay, I'm sorry about that. My son was going crazy with the bill. So we're gonna get back. I'm gonna get back to this. This is amazing. This came out of nowhere. Everybody thought every other publisher instead of Activision. This is the second publisher that Microsoft has purchased within the last year or so. If you don't think that they are serious about becoming a dominating force in gaming, then you're crazy. You're crazy. And right now, I know they can't speak on the business aspect of what they're going to do with or Activision in their content in terms of what titles are going to remain on multiple platforms and what titles that might be exclusive to the Game Pass ecosystem. I think this is the same situation they were in with Bethesda. They couldn't speak on Bethesda business until the acquisition went through. So here we are once again, where we're going through another revolving door, where the conversations on Twitter and on these social platforms is going to be, well, is Call of Duty going to be exclusive to Game Pass? Is it going to stay on PlayStation? Is this game going to be exclusive? Where is it going? Once again, we finna have that conversation. And once again, you're going to have people telling you, well, Microsoft would never make Call of Duty exclusive, or never do this, or never do that. Well, we don't know what Microsoft. We thought, but all Bethesda games was going to be was going to stay multi-plat, and look where we are now. They're not multi-plat. Let me do this here. What's that? Okay, so let me get AP the shooter real quick. All right, my bad. Master Sip 40 with the $2. It's a wrap. Game Pass. And then my brother AP the shooter with the $4.99. If you got a problem, Game Pass. If you need a loan, Game Pass. If you need an itch with titty, Game Pass. And now if you want actual games, Game Pass. You goddamn right. You goddamn right. Look, I am so trying to process this information because I remember back, I think it was in the 360 days at one point, Call of Duty was exclusive to Xbox at one point before it started going multi-plat. So a lot of people are saying, welcome home, Call of Duty. This is big. I think they're at 31 studios now. I don't know if it was Phil Spencer or one of the executives said that at one point, they wanted to put out a AAA title every 3 months. They would be able to do that. They'd probably be able to put out 2 or more, right? And the question I ask is, with so many studios and so much content that's in the pipeline, that's in the development process, how you manage all that content in terms of how you distribute that content in your subscription services where it doesn't overwhelm the game and where they're saying, hey, it's too much to play here because I started this game and another game is coming out. 2, with the employee morale at Activision, giving the issues that they're dealing with in terms of their employees from sexual harassment and people being threatened. How is the morale of the employees now that Microsoft has pretty much came in and say, look, we're going to come in, we're going to buy y'all, we're going to take control, and we're going to change the environment. As an employee of Activision and Blizzard, given that Microsoft has had its own dark past, giving the same issues. As an employee there, do you stay there and trust and feel vision in terms of the plan he has to turn around the culture? Or do you leave? So that'll be the questions that I'll be looking for over the next couple of months to see what people who work there actually feel about Microsoft acquiring them. I know I read earlier where it said that Bobby Kotick will still be there, and I think he will only be there until excuse me, I was yelling and hollering this morning. I'm damn near losing my voice. I know that Bobby Kotick will be there for the remainder until this deal is closed. I think after this deal is closed, he gets the boot. You don't want to keep him there. You don't want to keep anyone there that had anything to do with the dirty, evil stuff that was going on in terms of how the women and other people were being treated there. So the merger complete, you kicks him out. From there, whoever is in place reports to Phil. So I want to see that. I want to hear about that too, man. Then Game Pass being at 25 million subscribers, it's just a lot today. I think this would have came out yesterday because news like this usually hits on a Monday, but it was Martin Luther King's birthday yesterday. Martin Luther King. I said Martin Luther King. You see how hood that is? Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King. It was Martin. You feel me? It was MLK birthday yesterday, so they delayed the information. And the fact that once again, just like the Bethesda situation, no, it didn't leak. This did not leak. And I guarantee you that this didn't just recently happen, that talks was going on for a while. And my guess is that Microsoft was willing to pay probably north of maybe 90 to 100 billion or over 100 billion for Activision and Blizzard. That is my guess. I think when the scandal came out in terms of what was going on with the employees, that devalued the company. It devalued the stocks of the company, and it took the price down. So I think it knocked like 30 billion, like about 30-something billion off the price that they probably would initially paid. I think they probably would have paid north of 100 billion for Activision and Blizzard. But when that scandal came out, it kind of turned the negotiations, brought the price down. So they got him for what some are saying a bargain price. Shout out to Mac City Entertainment with the $5. All the ponies should be worried about Xbox buying Sony. Welcome home, Call of Duty, we miss you. And then Mac City Entertainment with the $5 again. Kudos Xbox. Ways to make the fans who supported you feel whole again. Solid work. I shout out to Mac City Entertainment. A person or a gamer could never tell me how to feel about my system of choice. All right. I was with Xbox when the OG Xbox came out, through their ups and downs. I was with them in the 360 era, through their ups and downs. I was with them in the Xbox One era, through their ups and downs. And here we are. Microsoft came into this gaming industry not knowing anything about the industry, and they had to learn. And whenever you're learning something, experience is the best teacher, right? So failure, it's no such thing as failure. Failure is just something you learn from. That's just how I learned, like how I started learning how to fix computers. You know, you mess up something, excuse my vulgarity, you mess up something and you say, okay, that messed up that, and you learn not to do it anymore. I think that's the same approach that Microsoft. They had to learn how to grow and become a game company in the industry that they didn't know nothing about. And so now you here, and this is freaking amazing. Activision, Call of Duty, one of the biggest shooters in the world. All right? So just think, Halo, Doom, Overwatch, Call of Duty. You have some of the biggest FPS franchises in the gaming industry, right? Then you went and got Bethesda and Obsidian, and you cornered the whole Western RPG market. This is crazy. I don't really people understand the impact that this is going to have on what they're trying to establish with Game Pass in the cloud services. I don't think you all know the impact. But this is going to be huge. Now, some may say, Post, I don't like Call of Duty. I don't like Call of Duty multiplayer. I don't play Call of Duty multiplayer. All right? I played Warzone probably 1 or 2 times with my brother Noah. I beat the last 2 card games. The single player. Because I like the single player because they usually have great graphics and a great story. Okay? And I used to play Candy Crush years ago before the company went public. All right. As I showed y'all on Twitter, my Candy Crush cloud saves came back. Okay. See? I used to play Candy Crush back in the day. I stopped at 95. I know. Post up. What you doing playing? Candy Crush was all the rave back then. Everybody was playing it. You couldn't get on a CTA bus in Chicago without hearing somebody or seeing somebody playing Candy Crush on a cell phone. So I wanted to know what was the rave about. So I started playing, and it became quite addictive. It became quite addictive. But can't nobody tell me I ain't never played no Activision game. I even played Overwatch for a minute, even though I ain't know what I was doing. even though I didn't know what was the purpose of the game or what I was doing, I played it for a minute. I played it online for a minute, right? I used to play Call of Duty back in the 360 era, but I stopped playing. I never played World of Warcraft, and I never played StarCraft. But that doesn't stop me from being happy, because I'm happy for the Xbox community, people who do play Overwatch or Diablo or Call of Duty or World of Warcraft or Candy Crush or StarCraft. People in the community that now saying, look, pretty much, you really don't have to buy another Call of Duty. You just have to subscribe to Game Pass. And that's not hurting the developers, because the more people that subscribe to Game Pass, the more monthly income, the more money they have to subsidize the cost of these huge games that are starting to cost on the same level as Hollywood movies, right? And it's crazy, right? I had this conversation 2 or 3 years ago. I'm going to bring that back up again with Porter Rock, Kratos, Z, Moss, all of them on the same show. And I specifically said that gaming will start mimicking what the other industries are doing in terms of subscription service and cloud. Music was already there. Movies was already there. Books, every other form of entertainment had already had subscription services and was using cloud-based technology to get their services out to a wider audience. And I say, as that starts to happen, the industry will become consolidated as big players, as outside influencers try to come in and make their move to get a part of this ever-growing industry. And now it is the biggest form of entertainment in the world. And so you think outside of that spectrum that that companies like Disney, like Verizon, AT&T, these other big companies are not trying to find a way to get a piece of what's going on in the game industry or find their way in. So what do? What do? You build your own subscription service, right? And you start buying up developers to feed that service, just like a Netflix style. You buy up developers and companies, whether they small, medium, or large, to constantly feed, to keep consistent content coming into your service, because you know that people outside the spectrum who could come in and match what you spend or compete with you on a financial basis, they are a threat. Whether they're showing their hand or not, they are a threat. As Microsoft, I know if I don't buy Activision, somebody else will. If I don't buy Bethesda, somebody else will. If Sony don't acquire the developers that they acquired over the last couple of months, somebody else would have. And so this is not the last purchase for Microsoft. And it's definitely not the last purchase for Sony or Tencent or any other company. I forgot the other company that got like over 150 studios. They've been buying up shit crazy too, right? So don't be surprised if you hear of other acquisitions by Microsoft and Sony. This is just a part of the game. This is the industry that we're in now. It's going to be consolidated, and it's going to be who has the best service that provides the best content for the customer. Is it Microsoft with Game Pass? Is it Sony with Spartacus? Right? And just think where we're at. Imagine this, right? Game Pass, right? You got all Microsoft first-party games day and date, right? EA comes in and put EA Play in Game Pass. So you got all EA content. You might not have EA Origin where it drops day and date, but you have, at some point, any game that EA release, at some point is going to wind up in Game Pass, right? Ubisoft Plus is coming to Xbox, right? It's going to be outside of Game Pass, but I do think at some point, it's going to be consolidated into Game Pass. So I think at some point you're going to have Game Pass, EA Play, Ubisoft Plus, all consolidated into one service, right? And now you got Bethesda, Obsidian, and Activision, and Blizzard, and their content all in that same service. Can you fathom? Just look how much freaking content that is for a service. And you're still making indie deals. You're still making second and third party deals to get their big games into Game Pass. Think about that, bruh. Game Pass, EA Play, Ubisoft Plus, Activision, Blizzard, Bethesda, Obsidian, Microsoft, all in one service. All in one service. Who's saying that's coming? All in one service. I wish I had the Game Pass eating, because we eating right now. We are eating, bro. This is incredible. This is incredible. And I don't just think of that. Game Pass, EA Play, soon to be Ubisoft Plus, because I don't know if Ubisoft Plus is going to gain the numbers that they want in the console space on Xbox. And it might come to PlayStation. I think it might come to PlayStation. But I still think at one point it's going to get consolidated into Game Pass, because now EA subscriber numbers are 25 million, just like Game Pass numbers. And I don't think Ubisoft Plus will want to pass up 25 or 30 million subscribers, because I'm pretty sure probably by E3, Game Pass probably be at 30, 35 million subscribers after this news today. Even PC Game Pass numbers are going to go up. So if I'm Ubisoft Plus, to say if I put my services, if I consolidate my services into Game Pass, and whether you make it a charge extra, that's okay. That's cool. That's cool. We know we're getting our bang for our buck, right? We know we're getting the bang for our buck. So you go up $5, maybe $20, hey, maybe even $25. Wherever you're going to charge extra, we know as the Xbox community, the value that we have with all of Microsoft Studios now, Halo, Gears, Doom, Wolfenstein, Elder Scroll, Call of Duty, Crash Bandicoot, Spy, all these, we know it will be well worth it. So if you add an extra tier or something to it, hey, we will pay it. We will pay it, because Game Pass have been life-changing, not only for myself, but for my children. My children don't ask me. My daughter didn't come ask me to buy her a game. She told me, Dad, I need you to put Game Pass back on my Xbox. They opened up Xbox Live to where at first they had free-to-play games but had paywalls. That's no longer happening. So your Fortnites and your Warzone and all them games access for free for people that not even a part of Game Pass. You get those games for free because they free to play. Look at the moves Microsoft is making. And I got to ask my brother Z, who's probably watching? Who's better, Donnie D or Phil Spencer? Yeah, I went there, Z. Who's better now, Donnie D or Phil Spencer? Since we have these people out here that, praise Donnie D for this and that, talking about he did this and did that. Yeah. We over here making power moves. Yes, I said I don't work for Microsoft. But I'm going to pretend I work for Microsoft right now just so I can cap. We just spent $70 billion. Fuck is you talking about? Shout out to It's Noel with the $5. Post up. How do you control your voice using your finger again? You know what? Keep doing it. You know what? But no, you ain't have to bring that up. You ain't have to bring that up. Y'all will never see me do that again. Yeah, that put a stain on my mental state. I'm gonna say it once again. You will never see me do that again. I will never break that example down to you again. Y'all put a stain on my mental state, brother. I had to go talk to my therapist. And then when I explained it to the therapist, he started laughing. So how did I feel? Y'all laughing and my therapist laughing at me. This is fucked up. Then he asked me to do it one more time. Nigga, what? Huh? What are we doing here? For what? For what? Let me tell you something. Look, let me tell you something. Look. This is massive, right? So anybody, if you see any pony or anybody trying to downplay this, they're in pain right now. They're in mourning, right? They're in mourning right now because what's for to happen is as this news get out and all them Call of Duty players find out that every Call of Duty from past and present and future is going to be in Game Pass day and date. You mean to tell me I can go back and play Black Ops? I can go back and play the remastered version of this because I like this Call of Duty better? Bruh. That's crazy. Crazy. Now, I just want to say, dearly beloved, we gather here on this great occasion today, on this Tuesday morning for this benevolent service, and we want to pay homage to Game Pass, but we also got to mourn our brethren ponies that are in pain right now. Lord, we ask you to bless them with the foresight of Game Pass. We ask you to help them get out of their own way. We ask you to help them see that Game Pass light, Lord. They are in pain. They are in suffering right now. They are filled with confusion and denial. But we ask you to come to them and educate them on the ways of the blessings of Game Pass, Lord, so they know. So they know that Game Pass is the way through this industry of confusion and fanboyism. Lord, we ask you to touch their head and cut off that pony hair. We ask you to take that horse vocabulary away from them so they can speak with some clarity. So they know the Game Pass is their Alpha and their Omega, the beginning, and said at the end, Lord. I see these ponies out here on these corners, and they're preaching this PlayStation business. Sometimes I have to walk past them. Sometimes you have to walk past ignorance. You cannot be around ignorance for that long. But Lord, we come to you and we tell you that to show them that ignorance is not the way. We ask you. In Game Pass, we pray. Make the chat say Game Pass. Make the chat say Game Pass. They got me in my bag this morning. Made the chat say Game Pass. All right. So look, this is huge, man. This is huge. I think they're at 31 studios right now. All of them, Activision will report to Phil Spencer. I think he will be the CEO of this whole ordeal. Like they put this is power moves. This is power moves, right? Thank you for the Game Pass offerings in the chat. I thank you for the Game Pass offerings in the chat. Now I want I want to say this, man. I definitely want to say this. You out there, and this no knock. You know, forgive them, they don't know their way. You out there buying studios to assist you for putting your game on PC, right? For years, your fan base said you would never put your games on PC and that the traditional model works. Sony don't have to do what Microsoft is doing because of the traditional model. Them and Nintendo, Spider-Man, and they always said this, but Spider-Man sold 13 million. And Nintendo will never do it, and Sony will never do what Microsoft is doing because they game sell and they sell hardware. Well, it's no longer about hardware sales, right? It's not even a matter, it's no longer about hardware sales. It's about subscription numbers. And that's why PlayStation have their services that they're trying to compete with Game Pass with called Codename Spartacus, right? These are the moves y'all told me that Sony will never, ever, ever do. But as the industry change, you're going to have to change with it. But not only do you have to change with it, you have to be ahead of that change. And Microsoft with Game Pass, their seriousness with cloud right now, that puts them, the infrastructure that they are building, the new Azure data centers that they are building around the world, that's put them ahead of that change. They started with the OG Xbox. 64 megabytes of unified memory. For the first time, we're going to put a hard drive in the system. And we're not going to put an RJ11 telephone jack on there. We're going to put an RJ45 Ethernet jack on there. Because we know that at some point, broadband internet in the future is going to take off. You might not see it now, but we see it down the line. And they betted on that. And guess what? They were right. We're not just going to put some words on the screen. We're going to put a graphical user interface on this system. Then in the 360, we're going to upgrade that. We're going to take that graphical user interface to the next level. Right? We're going to give you achievements. We're going to give you gamer score. We're going to give you a gamer profile. Because we know in the future, there's going to be many social platforms and ways to interact with people, and ways for people to kind of compare themselves to others in terms of their gaming aspect. We do this now because we saw it 5 or 10 years into the future. And so right now, we're going to give you Game Pass. We're going to build this subscription service. We're going to trust and believe in cloud gaming because we see it 10 to 15 years from now that it's going to be what you didn't expect it will be. So we don't change with the change. We stay ahead of the change. Because as Microsoft, we know in the past, we didn't do that. And we took L's. We took L's on the cell phone when we could have been there first with the iPhone. We took L's on the MP3 player. Apple beat us to it again. Okay. We took L's because we was there with the technology, but we were slow to put it out. And others beat us to it. Well, this time around in the gaming industry, we have the market value, we have the cash, and we have the power to flex our muscle, and we have the means to stay ahead of the curve so we don't fall back. So we're going to be the change. And people may clown us about it, but soon they will follow. Soon they will follow. And what's happening? They are following. They are following, whether the ponies or whether you want to believe it or not. Sony may stay quiet about what they're doing in terms of their plan for their ecosystem, but it's the same. It's the same. They partnership with Microsoft because they know they don't have the infrastructure in terms of what they're trying to do to cloud to reach as many people as they need to. We get with Microsoft. Project Spartacus is a service that at one point is going to be the same as Game Pass, where they're going to offer their games day and date. They're not going to tell you that now. Christopher Hart, let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you something. Not all too often we have failed R&B artists in the chat, but I'm going to show you some attention right now, brother. You saying this is not a flex. Microsoft owns sexual harassment. Wow. Then if that's the case, if Microsoft owns sexual harassment, what does Sony own? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Do I have to say it? I don't want to get my channel flagged. Do I have to? What do Sony own? Huh? Boss, could y'all tell that man what this on there when that man popped up that door with that PS5 shirt on? What do Sony own? Thank you to Dark Lord Fusion. Thank you, my brother. Tell him what Sony own. Tell him what Sony own. Thank you. What are we doing here? For what? For what? We're not about to do this, Chris. You better go sing somebody happy birthday today or something like this. Ain't what you want, player. What, Chris? What are you talking about? Who said, bro? Bro, go sing a lullaby or something, bro. Go do something. Go do something with yourself, bro. This ain't what you want, bro. Y'all over there buying support studios to help move y'all content to a system that y'all said it will never be on. PlayStation will never put their game on PC. They just won't do it. PlayStation ain't got to put their game on PC. It ain't smart. They're selling hundreds of thousands, hundreds of million consoles. Spider-Man sold 13 million. Why do they gotta put their games on PC? It doesn't need to happen. Microsoft not selling their games. Microsoft not selling the hardware. They need to put their games on PC. They need Game Pass. That's how y'all sound right now. That's how y'all. And then look, now y'all flip-flopping. Okay, I think I missed some super chats. My bad. McDickens with the $2. Post up. Where's J Scrub? These ponies are quiet. Shout out to Tommy Bull with the $2. Sony and MS are pushing me to PC. This is huge. Post. And the Ruhan with the $10. What's good, Post? Shout out to the Ruhan. What's good, brother? Thank you for showing up, man. And thank you for the support, brother. And I will say this, and I will continue to say this. You Sony fans are some of the neverest, and that probably ain't even a word, but I'm going to make it a word today on this show. You Sony fans are some of the neverest people I've known, bro. All y'all say is never. And then when it happened, y'all flip the switch like y'all ain't never said the shit. We're not about to do this. Sony's would never put their game on PC. Sony would never do cloud because they already did it, and PS Now was a fail. They know how that is, so they not worried about that. Sony will never put their games on Xbox. Xbox gonna put their game on PlayStation first, and Xbox is going third party. Up MLB The Show on Xbox. In Game Pass day and date. Made by a Sony studio. What are we doing? What y'all ain't learned? Have y'all not learned? Huh? Have y'all not learned? Just stop. Stop assuming you know the choices these companies are going to make when you don't. The choices that these companies make are for the benefit of their financial success. Because all their board members want to know is they want a return on their investment. We don't care about what the fans want. Will it make us money? Will it get us a return on our investment? That's what we want to know. We'll leave the PR talk up to you all. You could tell them, you could sell them dreams, you could sweet talk them. But as long as whatever you do or whatever you put out gets us a return or a profit on our investment. This is y'all gotta stop. They don't want to believe it. Wilfred, they don't want to believe it. These the same people, after Microsoft brought Bethesda, said that Microsoft will never buy a publisher again. They will never spend that type of money again. Well, we went from $8 billion to $68 billion. Nigga. What are we doing here? The Neverest. I need to get, wait till I get my gear in my store, right? I got memberships, but I got to get emoji. If you know anybody that know how to make emoticons and emojis and stuff like that, please connect. Please hit my DM on Twitter, because I'm able to set up my membership, but I need to submit my own emojis and stuff like that. And then I'm also going to work on getting some merch, so I can have my "What Are We Doing Here" shirts, and then I can have a shirt that says "The Neverest," right? The Neverest. It's like a superhero group called The Neverest. They're going to be a group of ponies, right? I'm gonna put them on a shirt, and they're going to be called The Neverest, right? So I got so many, because that shit is crazy. Shout out to Bay Area with the $5. Phil just cemented his status as the GOAT of Xbox. Facts. Post, make sure you're on Z Show to stop him and J-Dub out when they are trying to put a negative spin. I don't think they can put a negative spin on it. I think today is going to be the first time you see Z in Xbox mode. He's going to try to return to the community after this. What can you say bad about anything? He played Call of Duty too. Shout out to Crazy Horse with the $5. Pony's got to remember, Sony isn't Microsoft's competition. Microsoft competition is Tencent, Amazon, Google. They don't want to believe that, Crazy Horse. Microsoft told you that. It's bigger than Sony because you have spenders out there that can financially spend with Microsoft, that can drop 68 billion or something like that or more on what they need to submit themselves into the biggest form of entertainment right now in the world. Everybody wants a piece of this gaming industry. Microsoft knows it. Sony knows it. Tencent, all of these companies knows it. So what do? Well, we're going to buy up this content before somebody from the outside come in and do it. And this ain't the last acquisition. I know y'all think they brought 2 publishers. That should be done with them spending money. No. If I read right, Microsoft make like $1 billion a day. They're gonna recoup that $68 billion by the time before this even close. If they make $1 billion a day, they will recoup this $68 billion before this it even close. You know, it's difference. It's a difference. Y'all thought Bethesda put the gaming industry. This put the gaming industry on notice. This put Microsoft competition on notice. And this put the companies outside of the spectrum that's trying to find their way into gaming to get a piece of this over $100 and something billion industry on notice. That if you're going to, if we're going to compete, or if you're trying to come in on our turf to compete, then you better be willing to spend the type of money we are willing to spend to become dominant in this industry. This is what this tells me. This is what this tells me. And then you have people in the spaces whining about doubling money and Microsoft. I don't care about it when Mike win or how Microsoft make they 68. That's not my problem. That's a Microsoft issue. And I'm pretty sure that prior to this purchase, that they had their Harvard and Yale grads going over the numbers, making the assessments. So they know what they need to do. My job is not to monitor their finances and whether they're making money on something. If they're making enough money where they can take a loss on something until it's profitable, then let them do it. Amazon did it for 14 or 15 years before they started making a profit on their subscription services. They took a loss, a L, for 14 years before they started making a profit. But they was in it for the long haul. This is big business. This is not corner store talk. This is not corner store talk. We're not going up in the corner store buying a bag of potato chips in a 25-cent juicy. We're not doing that. This is corporate talk. The money's different. The talk's different. The suits are different. They eat different. They act different. It's no way you could downplay this. And if you try to, you're hurt. You're in pain. You're in denial. Shout out to Microsoft. Shout out to the CEO of Nadalia, who was willing to be reasonable in terms of allowing himself to take a step back and see the vision that Phil had to get educated on the gaming industry and how profitable it is, and to take time and be educated on how big of a success that gaming can be to Microsoft as a whole. Because he had to buy in before anybody else. And them spending $68 billion shows me that he has brought in, and that Microsoft, for the first time pretty much ever, is 100% behind Xbox and gaming. And this won't be the last acquisition. The next acquisitions probably won't be as big, but they'll be small and significant. They'll be small and significant. And I think they're still going to be buying up studios. Because Game Pass as a service needs to be fed constantly. Because you can't keep having these moments where, hey, here go a high note. This is a big game coming to Game Pass, and then months and months go by, and you're waiting for that next big hit, that's gonna hit Game Pass. Hold on. Hi, Mom.
What time you talking about? I just need a time for it.
Well, I'm streaming right now, right? I'm doing a podcast, but once I'm done, I will come get you, Mother. I want you to say hi to my stream, Mother.
What?
Say hi to my podcast. They can't see you. They can hear you.
Hi, podcast.
Okay. All right. Once I'm done with this, I'll come get you. All right.
Let me know when you're on your way so I get dressed.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. This is huge. Everybody has been put on notice. Everybody. Did I see this coming? No. Am I the biggest Activision fan? No. Are there people around me that I know that are big Activision and Call of Duty fans? Yes. Are there people in the Xbox community that are big Activision fans and Call of Duty fans? Yes. Am I happy for them? Yes. I'm happy for the whole Xbox community right now because this is a win for all of us. And if you don't like Call of Duty or anything like that or haven't played it, you get an opportunity now with Game Pass. Even though the hardware numbers don't matter, I would probably see the Series S's that all the ponies been showing pictures of that have been in stores on shelves. I think at some point you're going to start seeing them fly off the shelves. It's already hard to get a Series X right now. So I think I think I want to wait to see the impact that this have on the global community as a whole. And I'm talking about not only in the United States, but around the world. I think this definitely going to ship hardware, and I think this definitely going to ship Game Pass numbers. Okay? All right, let me do this here. All right, I just want to make sure I got everything. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. So, man, look. So this generation is very interesting. Tommy. I didn't know this year was this. This year. This is just the beginning. We're in January. Now, Microsoft, Bethesda purchase went through last year. And we turn around in the beginning of 22 and we have another publisher purchase on our hand. I was told that Microsoft will never buy another publisher after Bethesda. But they went from 8 billion to 68 billion. All cash. I think it was $95 a share. All cash, bro. That's crazy. You just brought a publisher. You brought 2 publishers within a span of what, 2 years? This is crazy. So I'm end it there, man. I wanted to get into some. Man, look at this. This is like when I seen this, like, and it's crazy because Microsoft and Xbox and Game Pass been trending every day since last year. Every day something was trending either about Game Pass, Xbox, and now, like I don't know, bro. I'm gonna continue to go on. I'm finna hit Twitter because I want to see the outcry and the reaction of the game community. I know a lot of people in there is probably in pain. Yeah, Tommy boy, I got to tell you, man, I just can't believe this, yo. I cannot believe this. Like when I first saw the tweet, I thought it was fake. When I first saw the tweet, I thought it was fake. When I first saw the tweet, I thought it was fake, bruh. Hold on, let me. So I wanna give I wanna see people reactions to this, man. I read a few no, that's that. What is y'all take on this? How do y'all, before I go, let me see, how do y'all feel about this? How do y'all feel about this purchase? Let me know in the chat, and I'll read what y'all saying in the chat. Let me know. How do y'all feel about this, about Microsoft acquiring Christopher Hart says shocked. I bet you were shocked. I was shocked too, Chris. I ain't gonna need cap, bro. I ain't gonna need cap. But you know what, Chris? My the greatest advice I could give to you, brother, you sing, brother. It's a lot of street corners where you live, brother. All you gotta do is find one of them bucket boys. You know, throw your little hat down, have them beat the buckets. And then, you know, sing happy birthday to people as they walk past. Divvy up enough bread and get your Xbox Series S or X, brother. You can sing your way into the Xbox ecosystem. Happy birthday. I'm going to leave you alone, Chris. I'm going to leave you alone, bro. So, Chris say he was shocked. Always Mad Gaming say Xbox One. DePower said, happy I won't have to boycott. Paul Rodriguez caught me by surprise. CB3, how do you think Sony will respond? I think they got something crazy in the tuck poster. It's you got to proact before you react, okay? This is not a response to the acquisitions that Sony had made over the last couple of months. They was pretty much announcing acquisition after acquisition. I think this conversation was in the talks for a long time. You just don't say Activision is going through sexual harassment allegations and things like that. Let's go buy them. Now this had to be on the table for a while. And my guess is that Microsoft knew about the sexual harassment allegations probably before they even hit. Because most major companies do. And when they know something is about to get leaked to the news, they start, well, you know, this is about to hit the news. Well, I think this is the best time to, you know, sell and get rid of the company or whatever. But yeah, I was surprised too. I don't know about Sony having something. I heard something about Sony about a huge acquisition. I don't know how true it is, so I won't bring it up. I won't say anything. It's supposed to be, from what I heard, it's supposed to be announced around in April or something like that. From what someone told me, I don't know if it's true. So I'm not even going to say it. I'm not going to put it out there and be like, Post, you said Sony was going to do this. You said Sony was going to do this in April. And, you know, let me turn it out. Okay. I'll turn it back on. I'll do that. Yeah. You said Sony was going to do this in April. In April, we ain't heard nothing. So we'll see. If April comes around and y'all hear about a huge acquisition from Sony, then the information that I was told was evidently true. But if not, then it's wrong. But it's a big studio. It'll be a big acquisition. Let's see here. Dennis, it's great. Can't wait for Take Two. Paul Rodriguez, I was expecting Sega or another publisher. I think we all were. No cap, Joe. Sofa King, great for Xbox and gaming. Real free, 25 million Game Pass subs, confirmed post. Yeah, I heard that. They was, you know, let them tell it. You know, they was kind of killing Microsoft on the subs in terms of the 18 million and them not announcing subscribers. And a lot of people were saying Microsoft was recently, over the last couple of days, that they was hiding their numbers because they didn't want to talk about Game Pass. Well, they came out and told you 25 million subscribers, and them numbers are going up probably as we speak. Okay. Then we got, who else we got? Let me see here. Christopher Hart say, Post, I gave up, bro. You gave up on what, Christopher Hart? Tommy Boy, it makes this gen exciting, Sony has to go the extra mile, and Game Pass is making AAA games cheap. MS making this better, in my opinion. It's not so much. It's not so much about making the AAA games. Let me see here. Okay, it's not so much about making AAA games cheap. It's about making them more accessible. As the cost of games go up, the cost of creating games go up, the cost of purchasing the games are going to go up as well. You see games are already at $70. Next is going to be $75, $80, $85. Some point you might be spending $90 to $100 for a game. All right. So how do you combat that, right? Because as the price come up, the games become a harder sell. It becomes hard to sell. You have to start adding. You have to start adding things to that content that makes it worthwhile for a customer to say, "Hey, I want to plug down $70, $80, or $100 for this content." Well, in order to do that, to bypass all that, we'll create Game Pass and put our games in a service for a low entry cost. We'll make all this content accessible to you, right? You choose what to play, when you play, and how you play. And all we ask for a low fee every month. And then we take the millions or billions of dollars we make off that to help subsidize the cost of gaming to keep those prices low. Where we continue to charge $60 for the game instead of forcing you to pay $70. That's if you want to own the game outright. Okay? We help subsidize the cost of the hardware too. So we're not taking that much of a loss on research and development and then in the manufacturing of the system itself. So the profit we gain, we start profiting quicker. Even if our hardware is taking a loss, that loss is subsidized by Game Pass. It's smart. It's very smart. And this traditional model that Sony, that's not. Everybody was questioning whether Game Pass was sustainable. They needed to question whether the Sony model was sustainable in terms of relying on hardware sales and stuff like that. But ponies don't even read Sony News. The CEO said we're no longer in the penny pinching of the hardware business. So I mean to tell you that we're investing these billions of dollars in research and development and in manufacturing costs, and we're not making nothing off these systems. Yeah, we might gain a profit, but we're not making what we're putting in. We're not getting out what we're putting in. Because once we sell as many of these systems we can, that money that we probably made goes back into research and development. And if it goes back into research and development, however much you choose to put into that, then how much of a profit are you actually coming out with on the back end? After you sold the systems, you made the money, you took whatever you profited and put it back in research and development for the next system. How much are you actually profiting? Not nearly as much as probably not even close to what you're investing into the research and development of the system itself. So you need residual income. I give this example all the time. Rap artists, when they're in the industry, right? ASCAP pay royalties every 6 months. I think BMI pays royalties yearly. So between that year or the 6 months that you're waiting for a royalty check, what are you doing to make money? Well, you go do as many shows as you can. You do as many concerts. You go to as many venues as you can, because you know that concert money or that show money goes directly to you and not the label. So that's why you do 50, 25 or 50 city tours. Because that money you get either before the show or after the show, that money goes into your hand. And those shows keep you eating over the next 6 months or so to a year before you get your royalty check that you're getting from internet revenue, ad revenue, radio, TV, or whatever. So even rappers like Lil Wayne and all them has been investing in business ventures that will allow them a monthly base income, because you got to eat between those royalty checks. So I say that all the time. So let me finish here. Let me see. 20. Okay. Okay, we got that. And then we got Joe J is an Xbox guy now. We got Tony left out. Then Focus say as you should. Okay, I was thinking Sega. Person I found was thinking Sega also. Then Tech was saying this is a great move from Microsoft. Hopefully Sony does something to keep the competitive hunger from Phil and gang going. Okay. And Master Sil 40 say a total shock. Always mad gamers say I still ain't buying no Xbox though. You lying. You just ordered one. Chris White postcard is trash. Diablo is trash. Stop, Chris. Now y'all want to say COD is trash. Now y'all want to say COD. Now all of a sudden COD is trash, right? Wow. Oh, say let me read these super chats too. Always Mad Gaming with the $2. This is SS9 Vegeta. Man, Sony lost Xbox One. Oh wow. Crazy Horse with the $2. J-Dub changed his profile to Xbox. Master Sil 40 with the $2. Sony and Nintendo effed around and found out. Oh man, yeah, thank you all for the support, man. I really appreciate it. Didn't say it's great, can't wait for Take Two. Paul said I was expecting Sega or another publisher. We all was. Okay, I read those. All right, let me see here. All right, and then Focus say monumental acquisition. Paul say, yeah, buy them when stock price drop. Yep. And Rashad say this was in the works when Xbox sent Ibarra over there. That's a good thing. They sent Ibarra over there, became vice president, and then they sent Rod Ferguson over there to head up the Diablo, the development of Diablo, because word around the industry with Rod Ferguson is that he's good with taking games that are in development stress or having issues. He's good with going in, cleaning things up, and getting the game out quickly. They say he's dope at doing that, and so this is crazy. Let's see here, who we got. Giving love to the chat right now. Keep it foxy. Only big one I wouldn't be surprised with is Sony getting Square Enix or Capcom. Okay, today is a good day. What was that? Noxious, let my ass out. Bad day for ponies. Yep. Did J-Dub close his Twitter? Okay, man. Look, man, I thank y'all for showing up and showing out and appreciate it. It's an hour and a half right now. I got to go pick up my moms. My moms want to come over. I'm about to spend some time with my moms and stuff. I always spend time with your loved ones and family. So I'm finna go and get my moms and stuff, and probably chill out with the children for the rest of the day, and then take some time to play Halo. I do gotta swing by the studio, by my studio that we're now building, in the process of building. So I'm gonna catch you guys later. Look, man, stay blessed, stay Game Pass. stay blessed. Stay Game Pass. Okay? That's all I got to say. Bro. And if they hate, let them hate. You know what I'm saying? It's different over here. It's different on this side. They know it. The bag's different. You feel me? That brother Phil pulled up and said, I'm a bad man, not ashamed of. 'Cause a Game Pass, you sent me your love. You feel me? You feel me? I was raised in Game Pass, spent days in Game Pass, got my name from Game Pass, shit. Even game with Game Pass. You feel me? I love y'all, man. Peace out, man. Have a great day. You feel me? And so before I go, let me see this here. Give me your love. All right. So before I go, I'm going to do this here. And I'm going to take y'all out, man. I'm going to do this here. All right. And we're going to go here. All right, y'all, man. Y'all have a good one. Peace. Let me go get moms, man, before she be calling me again.
Quicker wipe a nose, your lights off, your store closed. Big stepper, you can see the sign. Fuck a horoscope, the pen mighty, but I keep the sword close. And Lord knows my torso is equal. That's God body. Kill rappers, hide the body. Bust your block like karate. This is just a fucking hobby, so I did it pro bono for promo. That's some shit you don't know. You should see the shit I'm mad enough when Click got you mad as fuck. I never knew a love like this. I never knew a love like this. I never knew a love like this. Hey, look at all this love I get.
Emotions versus your pride and lust. Either side will get you tatted, pup. And too much cheese to get you ratted up. Still I stuck to the cake and watch it battered up. A couple smart choices, put them ladders up. Be careful, them same ladders can work against you. Especially if the work's official. No matter how much bread you fed these niggas, it's the difference between working for you and working with you. And even still they'll come and get you. Dirty game from this window pane. See niggas get locked up for less, I'll never see again. That's why I took those trips to see my main, so he'll never know those feelings again.
I never knew a love like this. I never knew a love like this. I never knew a love like this. Hey, look at all this love I get. I never knew a plug like this. I never knew a plug like this. I never knew a plug like this. Into the internet, into the internet.